Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Grabbed in the middle, it's Love. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The option look. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good three-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Toss to the outside. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Now the toss. Makes one man miss. Breaks into the open. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Running the option, it's Horvath. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The pitch. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Navy now in trouble here on third and long. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. A little release to the back. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, midshipman.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Back to throw, it's Carr. Grabs it in the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the...
There he goes! Got enough for the first down. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Might as well give it to him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Marcus Freeman added another chapter to the Year 3 success stories of Notre Dame coaches, taking the Irish to the national championship game, and he looks like a cornerstone coach for the future.
It was so impressive what they were able to do, bouncing back from an early season loss against Northern Illinois when everybody counted them out. He's done an outstanding job recruiting. He's got a great coaching staff. This team is built and ready to make another run.
Yeah, he's got superstar written all over. He has the next coach to break that ceiling and win a title. Just recruiting up, belief up, discipline up. Notre Dame looks like a national championship contender.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Get set, get set.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20.
Easy.
Handoff from the shotgun. Turning it on! They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the back. Back to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Fields. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Syracuse. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hodges. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
That's a really nice job running the option at quarterback, and I feel like when we talk Navy QBs, we're always talking about Roger Staubach. He won the Heisman. He was a Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys. Keenan Reynolds, I think, is one of the greatest football players in college history that nobody talked enough about. He was so dangerous on these option runs, and this guy right here kind of reminds you of Reynolds with his running ability.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Horvath. Rush is on him. For this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. Finding open areas. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Harsegian, Newt Brockney, and Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Second down coming up.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things